Hello friends, welcome to the channel Samvedana. In the previous video, I explained about the asexual reproduction and types of asexual reproduction in fungi. Today, we will learn about the sexual reproduction in fungi. There are mainly three types of reproduction occurs in fungi, that is asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction and parasexuality. This was already I explained in the previous video. This parasexuality was reported by Pontecarvo and Roper. And coming to the sexual reproduction, it mainly involves three basic principles. First one is plasmogamy, second karyogamy, third one meiosis. These three steps occurs in a cyclic manner. Let us see what are these. Plasmogamy. Plasmogamy as the name itself indicating that fusion of two sexual cells. It is a process which results in coming together of compatible sexual cells where sexually differentiated nuclei that remain in a single protoplast. And karyogamy. Karyogamy is the fusion of nuclei. The sexually differentiated nuclei which are coming together through the plasmogamy, they fuse and form the diploid zygote nucleus that we call as a karyogamy. And third step is the meiosis. Meiosis that results in production of genetically different individuals by promoting the genetic recombination through random assortment of chromosomes or crossing over. The sexual life cycle of fungi, it varies due to variation in timing of these three events. In case of many, if we'll take many Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, the plasmogamy and karyogamy, these are separated in space and time. And these compatible nuclei, and in case of some fungi, these compatible nuclei, they do not undergo karyogamy immediately after plasmogamy but remain in some time period. That phase is known as dikaryon. The dikaryon that persists for a very long period through the conjugative divisions of these two nuclei. That nuclear phase is known as dikaryophase. That occurs in Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes. Coming to the various types of sexual reproduction in fungi, this is generally the type of plasmogamy only we will refer as a methods of sexual reproduction. There are basically five basic modes of union of these sexual elements. That is, first one is the planogametic copulation, second gametangial contact, third gametangial copulation, it is of two types, and fourth one spermatization, fifth one somatogamy. These are the various methods of plasmogamy. This plasmogamy followed by karyogamy and meiosis. And before going to each one, let us see a few fungi will produce the sex organs. That sex organs are called gametangia. And these gametangia form the sex cells, that is male and female gametes. That male gamete is called antheridium and female gamete is called oogonium. And this antheridium will produce the male gametes. That male gametes may be motile. That motile are called antherozoids. Here we can say these are antherozoids, and female gamete is called egg or oosphere. And coming to another term, isogametangia. Isogametangia means if the gametangia are looking similar, that is morphological similar gametangia, they are called isogametangia, and these gametes are called isogametes. These are the sex organs produced in some fungi. Now let us see each type of plasmogamy. And third one is the heterogamy. Heterogamy means the name itself indicating that hetero. Hetero means one is motile and another is non-motile. Heterogamy involves the fusion of one motile gamete, that is antherozoid, that is the male gamete, which can capable of moving, with a non-motile female gamete, that is oosphere, that present in the oogonium. And the motile gamete, that is antherozoid, enters the oogonium and fertilizes the egg or oosphere which is present in the female organ, that is oogonium. This heterogamy occurs in the genus Monoblepharis. Here we can see this is heterogamy type, also called oogamy. Here this is the female sex organ where it is non-motile, and these are male gametes. They are moving and they are fertilizing the egg or oosphere present in the oogonium. These are the three types of planogametic copulation. This gametangial contact occurs in Pythium, Phytophthora and Albugo. That Pythium and Phytophthora, they causes damping of diseases, and Albugo it causes false type of powdery mildew disease. Here that means the entire gametangia act as a gamete, and recipient gametangium is called female, while gametangium that empties its contents is the antheridium. This occurs in Rhizophidium and some holocarpic hybrids. This is the picture representing this gametangial copulation, where two gametangia unite and form as a single cell, and another one is the one gametangia empties its contents into the another gametangia, which is a specialized receptive hyphae. These both are hyphae only. Male gametangia and female gametangia both are hyphae only. But male gametangia produce spermatia on a specialized structure, spermatiophore, or even then spermatia. These are carried to female organ through wind, water, and insects. What is the difference between this spermatia is also looking like conidia? Then we will get the doubt that what is the difference between this conidia and the spermatia, because conidia can capable of germinate themselves through the germ tube, but here spermatia, they cannot themselves germinate and produce the hyphae. They have to migrate towards the female gametangium, then empty their contents. Then after this karyogamy and meiosis, then they can capable of giving rise to new hyphae. And this spermatia also differ from conidia in small in size and their incapability to germinate and give rise to a new thallus, as I already discussed. Here we can see the production of spermatia on a specialized structure, spermatiophore, and they carry to the female specialized receptive hyphae through the wind and water. Then they empty their contents into the female gametangium. And coming to the fifth type of plasmogamy, that is the somatogamy or somatic copulation. It is the somatic copulation means this is the union between the hyphae, that is fusion between undifferentiated somatic cells or spores. In mycelial forms, a phenomenon what we call is anastomosis. Anastomosis means this is fusion between somatic hyphae. This followed by reciprocal nuclear migration and each mate fertilizing the other. Here we can see that anastomosis, that is fusion between the two hyphae. And compatible nuclei, they start the dikaryotic association for indefinite period prior to karyogamy. Already I told that karyogamy immediately will not followed by plasmogamy. There will be a lack of some time span, means they will take some time, and karyogamy also maintain some time period in some different fungi. And these are the 5 different types of sexual reproduction, or what we call as a plasmogamy, which bring the different sexually differentiated nuclei into a single cell. So after plasmogamy, next step coming into the stage is karyogamy. Karyogamy, its name itself involves the fusion of two sexually differentiated nuclei. That is, two compatible nuclei, after coming together, they undergo fusion and which give rise to a diploid nucleus, or they may start a dikaryotic, means they remain in the N plus N association and extending for varying period in different fungi. And these two nuclei eventually fuse in some special structures like asci or basidia. In case of basidium mycota, this dikaryophase, that is N plus N association, this is extended through dikaryotic spores like in achiospores, uridinospores and teleospores. So these are the 3 different types. And meiosis. Meiosis is the third step, occurs after plasmogamy, karyogamy and followed by meiosis. In meiosis, the diploid nucleus, that is 2n nuclei formed due to karyogamy in the zygote. It undergoes meiosis immediately or after an interval time. And some fungi, in case if you will take the Allomyces, which is a chytid fungi, and members of Plasmidiophorales, they form the diploid phase. In lower fungi, if you will take, the diploid zygote undergoes a resting period for varying duration, hence we call it as a resting spore. And in these fungi, actually in case of lower fungi, sexual reproduction takes place when the conditions are unfavorable for growth. During that time, sexual reproduction takes place, and resting spores is meant for their or for survival. On return, the favorable conditions, resting spores germinate indirectly. Either they form the zoospores or directly through the germ tube, and meiosis occurs during this germination of these resting spores. In case of higher fungi, meiosis in Ascomycetes and Basidiomycota, they occurs in a characteristic structures, already I told, like Ascae and Basidia. And these products of meiosis, what we call as meiospores, like ascospores and basidiospores, which on germination they give rise to haploid mycelium. Up to now, we discussed about the various methods of sexual reproduction in fungi. That is mainly there are three phases. First one is the plasmogamy, second one is the karyogamy, and third one is the meiosis. In plasmogamy is of 5 types. First one is the planogametic copulation, second is the gametangial contact, third one gametangial copulation, fourth one is the spermatization, and fifth one is the somatogamy. After plasmogamy, that is sexually differentiated nuclei coming together in a single cell, then karyogamy takes place. Either karyogamy follows immediately plasmogamy or after some time. Karyogamy is the fusion of two nuclei. Then after karyogamy, meiosis will take place. Meiosis results in the single that is haploid mycelium. The meiosis results in a single spore that give rise to the haploid mycelium. Up to now we discussed about the sexual reproduction in fungi. So thank you for your keen interest in this video, and remember to like and subscribe for more videos. I wish you great success, health, prosperity and happiness. Thank you.